All right, let's get into the story. Retired NBA player Jay Williams expressed his concerns about how the Black community views Russell Wilson. Williams said the Black community's real issue with Wilson is that they question if he's Black enough. Williams said, and to the whole authenticity question, he is authentic to himself and to who he wants to be. Now, they may not be culturally accepted by everybody, but shouldn't we praise a dude who's an incredible stepfather? I'm feeling this. What do you think about this? And do you agree with Jay Williams, Al?
I just feel like, unfortunately, the Black community views respect from a different lens these days. I think we respect him, but we don't really optically support him because he's not considered a bad guy. I mean, a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what he's saying. There is an undercurrent of respecting, toxic behaviors for our athletes and our entertainers. They're considered the man's man. But, I would say with Russell, this is just something that I see when I look at him. The way that he treats Sierra like a queen, the way that he's just, he comes across so polite and so deserving and, having a great family, just like everything he does, like to me, the two of them look like a perfect couple. And I think a lot of the undercurrent here could be based in a little bit of jealousy because he is doing the right thing. He is a great stepfather. He is a great father. He is respectful to his woman. He's always been romantic and he's loving. And you don't catch him in these type of scandals, sleeping around with no condoms and making babies and hitting IG models up in the DM. I find that to be very respectful.
I agree. Q, what do you think?
The woke community loves to say Black people are not a monolith, right? But we're not going to pretend like in Black culture, we act like if you don't drink red Kool-Aid, eat collard greens, and know how to do the electric slide, that you are not Black. I had this friend one time, she's a Black woman, and we used to always introduce her as our white Black friend. And she used to get mad all the time and say, y'all stop doing that. She was like, just because I don't eat Southern food and I don't know rap music and I don't know how to do the Cupid shuffle does not mean I'm Black, because when I go out in the world, a white person treats me the same way that they treat y'all. And I think that's kind of what we're running into with this Russell Wilson situation. Many of us as a collective are used to Black looking one way. We're used to it looking like James Evans from Good Times. You know what I'm saying? Or we're used to it looking like Futures or James Earl Jones from Claudine. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting a different version of Black right here that's making some of us uncomfortable. And quite frankly, what it boils down to is many of y'all that question Russell, y'all come from broken ass homes. You come from homes where you ain't seen your mama be loved right. You come from homes where you ain't seen people being treated right. You come from toxic homes, and the image of him and Sierra in real life make you uncomfortable. And that's the real conversation that we need to have here.
Quiet as kept, Russell Wilson to me is a throwback to how Black men used to carry themselves before we got ratchet, before we started praising the lowest of the low, before we started like thinking it was cool to be dumb and ignorant and like purposely misspeaking, misspelling, sounding ignorant and dumb. Before we started praising the lowest of the low, it reeks of low self-esteem as a culture to say, oh, this is Black if you're ignorant. But when you're not, we equate that with being white. So we're going to give that to the white man. Like they have the exclusivity rights on intelligence and class. Shouldn't we be like, yo, he's with us. You ain't Black enough because you use proper English. So we really are saying that we're not capable of elevating, but then these are the same people that want to be referred to as a king. And then you have one actually treating a woman as a queen and actually carrying himself as a king. And we're going to sit here and try to take his Black card from him because he's not acting up, wilding out. Mm-hmm. It is so ridiculous. And then we say we're not a monolith. But then if you don't do these things, like you said, Q, you're not one of us and you can't sit with us. Stop doing this to other Black people. Stop making Black people feel guilty for being classy and intelligent and carrying themselves in the way that we should all be trying to aspire to be. Mm-hmm. Like, it is ridiculous that the hate for Sierra is because she moved on from a Future. So all these like Future F boys that are like him, Future lights, y'all feel some kind of way because I hit you in the gut because you feel that, right? You know your girl deserves better. I really wish we can get away from that and start praising that. His Blackness should not be in question because he's not ignorant. Mm-hmm. We should stop. We need to stop embracing that. We ain't that. I'm not that. Y'all
I'm
ain't
not.
that.
Not
All right.